Hello, everyone, and welcome to You Are Unique Yoga. I am Marlene and also Cafe Nutrish. Today, we're going to do a nice video on making sofrito. Sofrito is a vegetable based food that is used in Latin and Caribbean foods. Now, I grew up using this from the time I was learning how to cook. It was passed on from my grandmother all the way down to my mom, and now it's me. So to make this, it's very simple and it's very, very nice for all of your cooking because it's used as a base seasoning and it smells delicious. So before we start, we're going to wash our hands. Now, making this is really a nice thing to do because it's kind of like, okay, I have this as a seasoning, but you can also add your dry seasonings to it as well. Now, what's contained is garlic, green pepper, red pepper, culantro, and cilantro, and onion. And you can use any type of base onion that you like. So we're going to make this, and I'm not going to talk over it because I really don't like talking over food. And we're going to make this, and we'll talk about it after. Now, before we almost finished here, I'm just gonna let you know that everything was always prepped and cleaned before we do it because that's how we do. And I want to share with you the type of vegetables that we use. We use the green pepper. We use the red pepper. We use the white onion. We use cilantro. And then we also use culantro, which is a spiny type of white, spiny, light type of greens there. And that's what it is. So we're going to continue and finish. Okay, so now when you're making sofrito, you don't want the sofrito to be pretty much watered down because you can blend this till it gets to the point where it will be kind of watered down. So we don't want that. We want to be able to see some of the chunks of it in there, as you can see. So it's green because that's what it is. So I'm gonna pulse it a little bit just to see where we're at. It does smell so delicious. Okay. And what I like to do is I like to let it settle a little bit because we are going to pour it into a wonderful jar. Now you can also use a glass jar, not plastic. Okay, we're going to use a glass jar, and you also can use ice trays for when you want to store them and make like little cubes so that you can use them in your rice or your beans, or you can use it in your seasonings. And and other things. Now, I do not add salt and pepper to this. I wait till after when I'm seasoning any type of meat, or if I'm seasoning some fish or some things, I add all of that after, because you have to adjust the way you use salt and pepper. So this is really pepperless in terms of it being a heat type of thing, and it also doesn't have salt in it as at this point. So we add that after whatever what type of food that you're making. So we have our jar ready, and just like any other type of seasonings that you will make, this is one that I just simply love. I really do love this. And I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to learn how to make it. I'm glad that my mom did it. And I'm glad that my mom showed me a lot of things. And I learned how to do all these things from her. And it's always great to have a mom. It really is. So, anyway, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to take something like a spoon or so. What I'm going to do is just kind of look at the texture and see how I like it. Okay, I got a little spine here that didn't catch too well, but that's okay. We can always get rid of you. And look at that. That's how you want it to look. Like a really nice type of spoon thing. It is so great. And then what you do, you add your other seasonings that you want to it. All right, so she's a good base. I'm gonna pulse her again. Let's see how she looks. Now she's gonna pour it. Now, I could use funnel, which I have here. That might make it a little bit more easier, but I usually just pour. We pulse again. Okay, I'm gonna take her off, and we are going to pour her in to where she belongs. Oh, she looks delicious. Look at that. Okay, take her out because we don't need this in there. Okay, got her going. Now, what I like to do is let her settle so that we get everything pretty much down from the bottom up. So she's not spiny. She's really nice. She has a nice texture. And she's ready to get in there. Okay. Now I'm going to pour. Let's see if the funnel will work. We have our beautiful clean glass jar here. Everything is good. Yeah, just got to pretty much get her off from the top. Doing great? Yeah, she's good. She just got a little. Trying to see her here. Okay. All right. So she is ready to be jarred up. I'm going to use the funnel. Now, if this doesn't work, it's okay. We can also do it the other way. normally don't use a funnel. Okay, I'm just going to throw her in there like I always do. Here we go, girlfriend. Now, I also do not add oil to it because I always use my oils like extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil or whatever oil I use it prior to when I'm seasoning it. So that's when I add my oil, and I also add the extra seasoning. So I don't add it when I'm making it because garlic and olive oil mixed together can be very tricky. Okay. And so, and the way it mixes, it can create certain things. So I only use those things prior to when I'm ready to season, and I add it. Okay, you did good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so what I like to do is I love to take my plastic. And what I do is I cover it on top because she's full. Let me just get a piece of towel here. Some people do these as gifts and stuff. They give out to their families, friends, and neighbors and things. And what I do is I take the plastic, put it over, and I take my cap here. Everything is sterile. And what I do is I cover her up so she's sealed. And I take the plastic, just roll it around. This keeps her nice and airtight. You have that over there. And that helps keep her nice. She's fully covered. Really nice. Put you over here for a second. So we're going to jar you up. We're going to put you in ice cubes. There we go. Really nice. This is my best jar for this. And there you have it. Rinse that a little bit. And everything done as your sofrito. This is really, really a really nice seasoning to have for all of your foods. And this is what it looks like. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff to use for your cooking. And I can't say enough about this because I use it for everything that I make as a base. And then I also add my other dry seasonings to it to make that really nice. So hope you like this video, and we'll see you next time when we try to make something with this stuff. So we'll make something. We'll do a take on that as well. So I hope you like this video, and we'll see you next time on the mat. Namaste.